Hey, welcome to Fandom Fights. We're here for another exciting Fandom Fights Summer Series tournament match. Another triple threat match. We got Robert Castner going up against Ryan Payne, going up against the Z-Man, Zaddeus Smith. All these players been on a roll this season, kind of freaky, spooky, one could say. They do it for the people. They do it for their children that they force to be on camera before they can acknowledge it, and they do it. I don't know why Ryan does it to look cool, maybe. I don't know. Nick, you're here. What do you think about the matchup?
I'm excited, Tim. We have three people in different places in their time in fandom. Ryan, rookie in singles this year, but no slouch. He's already 2-0. He's got an incredibly high accuracy through 2 matches. He's definitely one of the most powerful 17 seeds you'd ever see in a tournament. And then you got Zaddeus, who came in second in the play-in, but he didn't get a loss in that, which means his winning streak is still alive. The dude's got like 4 or 5 in a row at this point. He brought his record from 2-7 to like 6-7 or wherever he's at now, which is incredible stuff. And then Robert Castner, last year's #1 ranked in the tournament. This year, ranked #2, but still a favorite to absolutely take this thing. So I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, let's go talk to them right now in the promos.
Robert is a great fandom player, great former team champion. Zaddeus does it for the people, and we love him for that. We're just going to play our game, and hopefully we come out with more points than those two.
Agreed. First time playing against Zaddeus, Robert. I've played him in so many different areas. It's like it's nothing new to me. Doesn't mean I'm less scared.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's your boy, the Z-Man Zaddeus Smith, the Z-A-D-D. And I'm proud to be here in the Summer Series. I think it's my first time in the Summer Series for a while. And while I know I'm facing up against 2 tough guys, never played against Ryan before in a singles match before. And Robert, that guy, these are both mega powered people in this fandom league. So, you know what? I'm just here for a short time. Might be here for a short time, but I'm going to make sure it's a good time. I'm going to make sure it's a fun time. Because you know, the Z-Man, this guy right here, does it for you. Always. The people.
Robert,
Jake.
Tim said it best. Do it for the kid. That's all I got to say.
He made me feel really bad about exploiting her. So, fortunately, can't get her this time. But just here to drop bombs. That's what we're doing. Let's go.
Nick, thoughts on the promos?
I'm always scared, Tim, when someone is doing something for someone else. I feel as though there's power behind that, and at least a majority of the people on screen today are doing that. So,
yeah.
Anyway,
round number
one is going to work like this. There's going to be 10 questions that are on the Fandom Fights. Once players say the question, 15 seconds to write down the answer. At the end of 15 seconds, we'll say pens down, at which point the players will reveal their answer and say it aloud. Each correct answer will be worth 1 point apiece, and should any individual player get all 10 questions correct in round number 1, they would receive a bonus question. Each player will have 3 repeats, 1 challenge for the entirety of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round number 1?
No questions.
Very selfish. Let's do it for me.
I think we need to let Ryan leave and come back.
I was just thinking that. Okay.
Nick, why don't you kick us off with question number 1?
Question number 1 comes in the category of fandom quotes. Get it out of the way early. Your question is, which Star Wars character said the quote, "That's how we're gonna win. Not fighting what we hate, saving what we love"?
What do you love?
The McRib.
I've never been a fan, personally.
I just told it that once, and now I'm kind of locked in.
3, 2,
I'm going back.
Pens down. Robert.
So Rose Tico.
Ryan.
Rose Tico.
And Zaddeus.
Hopefully just first name of Rose is fine.
Just first name Rose is fine. So clean sweep as we get into your next question in the category of my favorite. It's Jimmy B. Your question is, which James Bond film features the main villain's defeat after Bond chases them in a bobsleigh and they get caught in tree branches? What if I had just ended it after features the main villain's defeat?
That would suck.
Yeah, it would not be good for the players. 5, 4.
Yeah.
Repeat.
That's going to be Robert's first repeat. Which James Bond film features the main villain's defeat after Bond chases them in a bobsleigh and they get caught in tree branches?
I feel like it'd be good for the players because the precedent is kind of like
Multiple answers.
multiple answers if you get it right, like we give it to you. So then they could just name a Bond film.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess technically it could happen. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We're going to go to Ryan.
I wrote On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
Zaddeus.
I put Die Another Day.
And Robert.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service.
On Her Majesty's Secret Service is correct. Nick, what's next?
Your third question comes in the category of the Wizarding World. Which 2 destroyed Horcruxes does Dumbledore show to Harry after the 2 of them watch Slughorn's true memory in Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince?
Okay,
We don't
you're
know their
making up.
exact names. We'll just take what they
I
are.
want you to think about this when we get to the next question. I want you to tell me what you would make your Horcruxes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Zaddeus.
I just put Tom's Diary. I couldn't think of another one.
Robert.
Said Riddle's Diary and Locket.
And Ryan.
I said Tom's Diary in a Ring.
Tom's Diary in a Ring is the correct answer. So Ryan will take a 1-point lead, making it 3-2-1. Your next question is in the category of the MCU. Who plays Gore the God Butcher in Thor Love and Thunder? All right. Horcruxes. Let's hear them.
A Ring security camera,
Okay. Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
a Diary of a Wimpy Kid DVD,
Ooh. So you're just going to Boatman's house. 5,
maybe a locket
3, 2.
in a box.
Hands down. Let's go to Robert.
Christian Bale.
Ryan.
Christian Bale.
And Zaddeus.
My Cowboys coffee cup and Goofy movie DVD. Christian Bale.
Christian Bale is correct. Nick, what's next?
Your next question comes in the category Planet of the Apes. Who continues clapping after everyone else has stopped during Ursus and Zaius' speech at the beginning of Beneath the Planet of the Apes?
I would not want to go beneath a planet. Sounds heavy.
Or hot.
You've never been like buried in the sand at the beach?
Not in a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Ryan.
Yeah. I wrote Julius.
Zaddeus.
Toad thing. Just say Caesar.
And Robert.
Zero.
Zero is correct. So Robert will tie it with Ryan. It is 4-2. Your next question is going to come in the category of sci-fi icons. Cypher makes a deal to betray Morpheus in exchange for what in The Matrix? You going to go see any movies this week?
I don't know. I still haven't seen the 4th film in a series of a couple that I would like to.
It's so good.
It's so long.
Yeah, but it's so good.
I looked at the runtime and I was like, oh my god,
3,
what is this?
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Zaddeus.
Was it food?
Let's go to Robert
I said be plugged back in the Matrix.
and Ryan.
I should have asked for a repeat. I wrote access codes to Zion's mainframe.
Robert is correct to be plugged back into the Matrix. So Robert will take the lead. What is next, Nick?
Your next question comes in the category of Star Trek. Which member of Picard's crew is a Klingon in the Next Generation film series?
So today I decided I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to watch the Star Trek TV show. I got halfway through the first episode. I'm not having a great time, Nick.
You would hate that. I don't know.
I'm not having a great time.
Do you mean Discovery?
Four.
Or the
No,
next
like
generation?
the original series, too.
Oh.
One, pens down. Let's go to Robert.
Worf.
And Ryan?
You just have to love that series for what it was at the time. Worf.
I don't. And Zaddeus?
I had the wrong name.
Worf is correct. So your next question is in the category of DreamWorks animation. Who voices Lucky's friend Abigail Stone in Spirit Untamed? Not to be confused with the Stallion of the Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Definitely what I thought the name of that movie was when I was a kid. Saw the poster, I'm like, love cinnamon. 5, 4,
Yeah,
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Ryan.
I wrote Abigail Breslin.
Let's go to Zaddeus.
I just wrote a female's name, Jennifer Aniston.
And Robert.
I know what they look like, but I couldn't remember the name. I said Abby Cornish.
We were looking for McKenna Grace.
McKenna Grace.
I was saying the right name. At the right. Yeah.
All right. Your penultimate question will come in the category of horror icons. Which horror icons film features someone hallucinating a killer as a large caterpillar creature?
Kind of like Bucky.
Yeah, that's how I would describe him.
Large and caterpillar-esque.
Right.
Might turn into a butterfly sometime.
You never know. 5,
Just give him a chance.
3,
Down. Let's just
2, 1. Pens down. Let's go to Robert.
Freddy versus Jason.
Ryan?
I prefer the Metapod stage of the evolution. Freddy versus Jason.
What? And Zaddeus?
I just said Freddy Krueger. I think I heard the question wrong. That's my bad.
Freddy versus Jason is correct. So
You said caterpillar, so I went to Pokemon in my head. So
Oh, gotcha. Your final question is in the category of Marvel. What is the name of the newspaper Peter Parker freelance writes for in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man trilogy? Not to be confused with Nick's Spider-Man trilogy, which is quite good, actually.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thought you did good work on that one.
Yeah, me and Andy G had some creative differences, but at the end of the day, we worked things out.
1, pens down. Let's go to Ryan.
the Daily Bugle.
Zaddeus.
The Daily Bugle.
And Robert.
It's a Daily Bugle.
Daily Bugle. The Daily Bugle is correct. So, Nick, at the end of round number 1, I have Robert in the lead with 8 to Ryan's 7 to Zaddeus' 3. Is that what you have?
That's what I have, Tim.
How's round number 2 going to work?
Round number 2 is going to work like this. It's the wheel round. We have a wheel with 10 fandom categories on it. No spinners or opponent's choice, as it is a multi-person match. Each player will get a spin at the wheel. If they like what they spin the first time, they can keep it. If not, they can choose to spin again, but they will be forced to keep what they spin the second time. You'll get 5 questions in the chosen category, each worth 2 points apiece, unless you like to check down a multiple choice, in which case it'll only be worth 1, and be on the lookout as stealing is available via whiteboards in round number 2. Tim, what's on the wheel today?
On the wheel today is horror icons, American Spies, scores and soundtracks, Worlds of DC, sci-fi icons, Star Trek, DC, MCU, YA, and Marvel. Robert, you're in the lead. Would you like to spin or defer to Ryan?
Since there's no spinner or opponent's choice here, how would you feel about going? Do you want to go first, or do you want to sit at least one turn?
I'd rather sit, just for myself.
Okay, just throwing it out there. Yeah, we'll defer here.
Defer.
Please, this turn.
Okay, then Ryan, would you like to spin or defer to Zaddeus?
My thoughts are I'm kind of similar with Jake with no spinners and opponents. I don't hate the wheel totally, so we can grab something maybe we want, or do you want to see somebody take some questions first?
I mean, at this point, okay, part of me wants to go first, but I think I kind of want to sit back a bit, so
Okay.
I will defer.
Okay, just focus on the steals then. Let's go if we get any.
Okay, then this is going to be the spin for Zaddeus.
Yes, go.
No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop.
Lands on DC.
how risk averse am I going to say go for it? Let's go. DC. No, I'm going to keep it because there's worse out there. So.
All right. Nick, will you please go ahead and read Zaddeus' questions in the category of DC?
Gladly. Zaddeus, are you prepared for your questions in the category of DC?
Ready, and I'll be throwing out a couple of MCs, so let's see.
Your first question. Drew Barrymore appears as a henchwoman to one of the villains in which DC film?
Okay, not bad. Batman Forever.
That's correct for 2 points. Your second question. Which live-action Catwoman actress voices Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie?
I thought it was which live action Catwoman actress voices Catwoman in Lego Batman? Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A. Michelle Pfeiffer, B. Zoe Kravitz, C. Halle Berry, or D. Anne Hathaway?
Huh. Can I hear the choices one more time free?
Sure thing. Your options again are A. Michelle Pfeiffer, B. Zoe Kravitz, C. Halle Berry, or D. Anne Hathaway.
I'm going to say maybe she was Anne Hathaway.
That is incorrect. Ryan Robert, chance for the 1 point steal. Your options again are A. Michelle Pfeiffer, B. Zoe Kravitz, C. Halle Berry, or D. Anne Hathaway.
Five, 4, 3, 2, down. Robert.
Zoe Kravitz.
Yeah, don't sing so much, and then you won't lose your voice. Ryan.
Zoe Kravitz.
You both are correct. That is correct for a 1 point steal. So 9 to 8 to 5. Nick, is that what you have?
Yep.
All right.
All right. Zaddeus, your next question. Constantine opens with a man finding the Spear of Destiny in what country?
Hakuna Matata. Yeah, Mexico.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay. there's a couple countries I could go for, but I'm like, you might as well.
Okay, great. All right, Zaddeus, your penultimate question. What does Superman do in order to be with Lois forever after revealing his true identity in Superman 2?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, destroys the Fortress of Solitude, B, gives up his powers, C, fakes Clark Kent's death, or D, erases Perry White's mind?
Gives up his powers?
That's correct for 1 point. And Zaddeus, your final question. What is the real last name of the original Night Owl in Watchmen?
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Mason, B, Davis, C, Hollis, or D, Arnold?
Let's dig in. Mason.
That is correct for 1 point.
Oh, incredible.
And I believe a great round for Zaddeus.
Yes, Zaddeus gets his total up to 9, tying for the first place with Robert, and Ryan is at 8. No, Jeff?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll bring back in Jake and the wheel. Robert, would you like to spin or defer to Ryan?
What do you think now? Going now.
I kind of think we should go.
Okay.
Because that was one of the categories I think we would have spun away from. So otherwise, I think most of what's left is good.
Turns out I would have done okay at it. But whatever. Yeah. We'll spin now. I'll go now.
Okay. This is your first spin, Robert. You land on Star Trek.
I think there's better stuff on here for you.
Yeah, I kind of think I want to.
But there's a lot of stuff that's better.
Yeah, I kind of think I want to spin again.
So yeah, let's spin again.
Spin again, please.
This is what you're going to be stuck with, Robert. And it lands on scores and soundtracks.
Okay.
All right. That's fine.
Take your time.
All right, Robert. I will be reading you your questions in the category of scores and soundtracks. Are you ready, sir?
Sure.
Great. Your first question. What was the first Fandom film? Or I'm sorry. What was the first Fandom animated film to be composed by Hans Zimmer?
The Prince of Egypt.
That is incorrect. Zaddeus and Ryan, chance for a 2-point steal.
Oh man.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Pens down, Zaddeus. Zaddeus.
Yeah, I don't think we can.
I don't think we can take that.
Yeah,
Ryan
let's go.
That's a good one. I just wrote The Incredibles.
and Zaddeus, which we can't. Oh, yeah.
I just said Lego Batman wrong.
The Lion King was the answer. The Lion King.
Makes sense.
So, Robert, your next question. Who sings the title song for the films Diamonds Are Forever and Moonraker?
Shirley Bassey.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question, or your third question, sorry. Michael Kamen has composing credits on how many Die Hard films?
Three.
That is incorrect. Ryan and Zaddeus, chance for a 2-point steal. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ryan
I lowballed. I decided to go 2.
and Zaddeus.
I decided to go highball. I said 4.
4 is correct.
Wow.
So Zaddeus will get that 2-point steal. Tying Robert once again. Robert, your fourth question. What song plays during the opening of the film Cars after Lightning McQueen gets prepared to race?
Multiple choice.
All right, your options are A, Our Town, B, Real Gone, C, Life is a Highway, or D, Another One Bites the Dust.
Another One Bites the Dust.
That is incorrect. Ryan and Zaddeus, chance for a 1-point steal. Your options again are A, Our Town, B, Real Gone, C, Life is a Highway, or D, Another One Bites the Dust. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Ryan
I went with C. Life is a Highway.
and Zaddeus.
It's the only song I know from that soundtrack. Life is the Highway.
That is also incorrect. We're looking for B, Real Gone.
Okay. I knew it was.
And Robert, your final question in scores and soundtracks. Who composed the score for Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire?
Patrick Doyle.
That is correct for 2 points. So Robert gains the lead once again coming out of his spin. He has 13. Ryan remains at 8, and with the steal, Zaddeus is at 11. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
Okay, so we're going to bring back the wheel, and Mr. Newberry, this is going to be the spin for Ryan. And it's a free spin.
Yeah. Again?
Yep.
MCU.
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Take
Yeah,
your
I will take
time.
that.
We can get this lead, so take the time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna risk, so yeah, I will take it.
All right. Nick, would you please go ahead and read Ryan his questions in the category of MCU?
Gladly. Ryan, are you prepared for your questions in the category of the MCU?
Let's go.
Your first question. Which MCU film features the main hero killing a villainous group, but being stopped from killing the final one after he is revealed to be a boy who was taken from his family?
Oh my, it's right there. Okay.
5, 4, 3.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are: is it A, Doctor Strange, B, Black Widow, C, Thor Ragnarok, or D, Black Panther?
Black Panther.
That is correct for 1 point. Your second question. Who plays Pepper Potts in the MCU?
Okay. Gwyneth Paltrow.
That is correct for 2 points. Your third question. In Captain America, the First Avenger, who drives the car that allows Steve to jump onto Red Skull's ship at the last second?
General Phillips.
That is incorrect. Robert, Zaddeus, chance for a 2-point steal.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. Robert
It's Colonel Phillips.
and Zaddeus.
I said Peggy Carter.
Colonel Phillips is correct.
Fucking rank. God damn it. Okay.
All right. So Ryan will move to your penultimate question. What type of weapon does Dane open and consider holding in the post-credit scene of Eternals?
The Ebony Blade.
I'll accept that because that's the name of the sword. That's correct.
Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
No, you're good.
they haven't called a name for it yet. So
You're good. That's correct. All right, and Ryan, your final question. Why does Odin say that Loki will not be put to death during his sentencing at the beginning of Thor: The Dark World?
it's because of Frigga. Frigga pleads for him.
We can accept that for 2 points. That is correct for 2 points and a tie game for the lead coming out of round 2, Tim.
Yep, here's where we're at. Ryan and Robert are tied at 15. Zaddeus not far behind with 11. And Robert has used 1 repeat. I believe the other 2 have all 3. Is that correct, Nick?
That's correct, Tim.
All right. How's round number 3 going to work?
Round number 3 is going to work like this. Is the betting round. We have 5 more questions in the realm of Fandom Fights. Once the players hear the category, they can bet anywhere between 0 and 2 points on the question. If they got the question correct, they will gain those points. If they got the question incorrect, they will lose those points. We will play until everyone is mathematically eliminated or we have reached the end of the match. Players, any questions as we get into round 3?
No questions.
Shoot us those questions.
Take it away, Tim.
All right. The first category you can bet points on is sci-fi icons. Let's get bets, starting with Robert.
2.
Ryan.
I also went 2.
And Zaddeus.
I might know it, so I went 1.
Okay. Your question in the category of sci-fi icons. Which Terminator film features a death row inmate offering his body to a company for science after his execution? Rough.
Woof. Bark.
5, 4,
Bow wow.
2.
Repeat the question.
All right, that is Zaddeus' first repeat. Which Terminator film features a death row inmate offering his body to a company for science after his execution?
Yo, yippee, yay, bow wow.
I was literally about to say bow wow. Biggie, yay.
Be like Mike.
Sure. Ooh, the macaw is on her way home. She texted me. 5.
How are the winds today?
2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Robert.
Terminator Salvation.
Ryan.
Terminator Salvation.
And Zaddeus.
I said Rise of the Machines.
Terminator Salvation is the correct answer. So Robert and Ryan remain tied at 17. Zaddeus goes down to 10. Nick, what is the next category?
Next category you can bet points on is Pixar.
Let's get bets, starting with Ryan.
Uno.
Zaddeus.
0.
And Robert.
2.
Okay. What's the question, Nick?
Your question in Pixar. Who voices Winston Dever in Incredibles 2?
movies, man.
You could be like Mike.
No.
Am I crazy, or did he drive one of his fellow teammates home who was drunk?
1, pens down. Let's go to Ryan.
I wrote Bob Odenkirk.
Zaddeus.
This should have been the one, I guess. Bob Odenkirk.
And
I
Robert.
bet.
Better Call Saul. Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah, that's correct. Fun. All right. 19 to 18 to 10. Cody is looking like he wants to be brought in.
I hate to be that looks like a U in Bob for Robert. I don't know if that's the correct, but I don't want, but writing in thing, it looked like a U.
As
Ryan,
in
I don't know.
Bub.
I don't know. That's what it was, a brief thing, but it looked like it might have been clear. But
If you want us to look at
I honestly was not paying attention. By the time you revealed his answer, I was writing off mine. I was writing off my answer.
well, I understood you said absolutely not, Jake, but I'm saying that's what it looked like. We'll let it pass, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody gets it correct. It is 19 to 18 to 10. Is that what you have, Nick?
That's what I have, Tim.
All right. The next category you can bet points on is Worlds of DC. Let's get bets, starting with Zaddeus.
9 points. Wink.
Robert.
Yes.
And Ryan.
I raise your 9 and go 10, Zaddeus.
All right. Your question in the category of Worlds of DC. Which 2 characters contribute to the destruction of Steppenwolf's axe at the end of Justice League? Steppenwolf? What is it?
Stephen Wolf.
Oh, I know that guy.
My neighbor.
I went to high school with him. 5, 4,
Successful tax lawyer now.
1. Pens down. We're going to start with Zaddeus.
Is it Wonder Woman and Superman?
Robert.
I have Superman and Wonder Woman.
And Ryan.
Yeah, Superman and Wonder Woman.
Both or all 3 are correct. So it is 21 to 20 to 12. Is that what you have, Nick?
Yep.
All right. What's the next category?
Your penultimate category my points on is Law and Order.
All right. Let's get bets, starting with Robert.
2.
Ryan.
2.
And Zaddeus.
I want to see if I can add this to the string, so I'm going to say 2.
Okay. What's the question, Nick?
Your question is, at the end of Rush Hour 2, Lee and Carter decide they want to fly to what city?
Wait.
You couldn't ask me. Well, I don't want to say it. Never mind. I'll say it when the countdown's done. Never mind.
Okay. 5, 4, 3.
Read the question.
That's going to be Ryan's first repeat.
Question again. At the end of Rush Hour 2, Lee and Carter decide they want to fly to what city?
This movie's kind of rough.
And I loved it so much as we
Same.
I like
Same here.
the trio of.
Like, I remember all the bloopers, but damn.
They're great.
It's fine.
They're fun.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
all right.
They're better than freaking Jason Bower.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Let's start with Robert.
You couldn't ask me an area codes question for scores and soundtracks. New York City.
Let's go to Ryan
No, I wrote Paris.
and Zaddeus.
I think Lee went to Square Madison's Garden, so New York City.
New York City is correct, and that means your winner is Robert Castner. Final score 23 to 18 to 14. Nick, good match, close match, even with the scores there. What do you think?
Great stuff. Zaddeus a little behind in round 1 to come back and make it again. He was definitely in it for a little bit there in round 3. I think that just shows how much Zaddeus has improved, because I think we all knew coming into this it was going to be a knockout, drag-out fight between Robert and Ryan. Ryan obviously a little bit newer than Robert, doesn't have quite as high of a record, doesn't have the accolades that Robert has, but I think people see the potential in Ryan to be as good, if not better, than someone like Robert on any given day. But Robert just showing why he's a former or possibly current team's champion. We haven't shot a lot of stuff yet. Maybe. But no, Robert obviously definitely a big contender in this tournament to take out Ryan and Zaddeus to get to the next round. Should definitely have some people a little worried.
Yeah, so let's start post-match interviews. We'll start by talking to Zaddeus.
Zaddeus, listen, if anything, that you did fall out of it a little bit at the end. There was a period of time where you were in it, but like even when you fell out of it, it was like a very tense fight between Robert and Ryan, and you just like were there to break the tension every time. And I was like, oh yeah, this is fun. So at the end of the day, I think you accomplished your goal. But how are you feeling about your first time back in the tournament for a while?
You know what? For a loss, I feel pretty good about this. Mainly because I think round 2 was great for me. Even though I MC my way, but I did it. In round 3, I could have been it. It's round 1, and that's nobody but myself. I screwed the pooch in round 1. I need to do better next time, and I will do better. But it sucks to get the L in this way, but this just adds extra motivation to win my next singles match. So I'm all good.
Absolutely, Zaddeus. This streak has ended. It was a legendary one, if I do say so myself. But I think we look forward to seeing you start another one. So congratulations on a great performance in this year's tournament. We can't wait to see you back as we bring in our second place finisher today, Ryan Payne. Ryan, good news, bad news. Bad news, there was definitely a period of time there where like this was your match. Maybe you had it. Maybe you caught up to Robert. You spun something really strong in round 2. It's just those little slip-ups sometimes that cost you the match. Luckily, in this case, it may have cost you the win, but it did not cost you a loss. You will leave this tournament still an undefeated rookie in singles. You'll still leave 2-0. That's your prize for coming in second. And there's no shame in losing to someone like Robert, even if maybe there's one or two things different you could have done. I still think you should be a little proud about how you played.
There's plenty of things I could have done differently here, but no, I played Robert so many times that at this point, losing to him, no shame involved. I know he is a damn good player. It's one of the reasons why I wanted to make sure I'm at my best. I wanted to keep things close. But yeah, I don't need to rewatch his match to know where I slipped up on to where I need to improve myself. But I was able to at least show that I can at least try to maneuver still keep the pressure on. If he had missed that Rush Hour 2 question, then maybe we could have seen where this would have gone. Or if I had bet 2 for Pixar instead of 1, maybe there would have been a possibility I could have tied with Robert at the end. At least push this to the last question. Either way, I mean, yeah, I don't have lost my record, but even then, it's still a loss. I'll just recuperate, get back up on getting back on my strengths again, and this time I'll try to make. I'm always going to give a good match, regardless.
You're muted.
You know how to spell Bob, so that's the important thing. So should have challenged. He doesn't know how to spell. He accepted his correct answer. So sucks to suck, but he'll move on in the tournament. And I'll be looking at his board to see if he can spell everything else correctly. So we'll move on.
All right. Ryan, congrats on a great performance. We look forward to seeing you post-tournament. We surely will. As we bring in our winner today, Bob Castner.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah, obviously I don't know how to spell what would be essentially my own name. That's cool.
Robert, you played very well despite the Bub controversy, whatever you want to call it. You played very well. If I do say so myself, not your best round 2, but to even have like a not great round 2 and still come out with the win against someone like Ryan or someone like Zaddeus with the streaks they've been on shows how powerful you are in this game and how well you did in the other 2 rounds. You didn't miss a question in round 3. That was definitely the difference maker there. Sometimes games are lost in round 3, and I think today you won it in round 3. So how are you feeling about your first match of the tournament?
Yeah, one in round 1 I should have got. I should have got the Harry Potter question. That's stupid. And I couldn't remember McKenna Grace to save my life, but I knew what she looked like. And then, yeah, I put scores on this to screw with the other 2, but I screwed myself. Hilarious. It was bound to come up. If I go multiple choice on a couple of those, I get them. I should have just thought about Lion King. I just was really focused on DreamWorks because I know Hans Zimmer is one of the 4 people who does all the DreamWorks movies. So that was my fault. And then, yeah, I didn't want to bet too on Pixar. I was just like, I got to take swings because of how close it got. I was lucky Ryan got that MCU miss. But yeah, no, I didn't want to crap out early in this tournament. I feel good about my place, how I'm playing this year, overall in multiplex in general. So I feel pretty good.
Very true. Jake, thoughts on Robert's performance?
Yeah, real quick, and then I got to get going. But yeah, great game, bub. I will say I would have I couldn't get in my challenge in time for the Die Hard question, so I feel like that kind of wipes things out. But yeah, great game. Ryan played really well, and I know that Robert does what he does, beats himself up over the wrong answers instead of focusing on all the right ones he got. And I am excited for more right answers in the future. And with that, that is my time. I have to go. Thank you so much. Great game, everyone. This is fun.
Robert, we'll see you in round 2. You could be playing one of several people, so we'll just let it be a surprise for you. It's going to be a good time. But congratulations on the win today. Tim, wrap it up.
Yeah, great match. Robert, Ryan, Zaddeus all playing really, really well. I'm sad that the Zaddeus streak has ended. It was beautiful, but I'm excited to see him come back. Ryan still technically undefeated. I like the moxie and the attitude, though, of saying, no, this is a loss, even though it's not going to be on the record. It's going to motivate me for the next one. And then Robert is just like getting ready for the next one. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. So thank you to the players. Thank you to the managers. Thank you to Nick for writing this one up, and Tim. We'll see you guys next time with another exciting episode of Fandom Fights. Until then, bye.
And again, that's the hero gig. Part of the journey is the end.
Goodbye, old friend.
Giddy has to go.